Hello and welcome, whether you are catching me live or on the replay side. It's your girl, Shonda Henry here, a.k.a. Sister Sense. It is a beautiful day today because I get the opportunity to check in with you and talk about some things that you can do to strategically work on your mid-year reset. Basically, giving you an opportunity to strategically prepare for the second half of the year. I always tell people that technically we're not really doing this in the middle of the year. We're only 42% of the year in, which means that you've got the remainder of this month to really get laser focused when it comes to the things that you're trying to accomplish going into the second half. So those of you who are coming in, a couple of things. Number one, hopefully you have a notebook to write in, or as I like to recommend, you go over to docs.google.com and create a Google Doc if you haven't already done so. So all the amazing things that we talk about and you brainstorm today, you've got a place to put those amazing revelations, plans, all the things, okay? Number one. Number two, I said I would love to know, those of you who are here live, what is either one thing you've gained from the last couple of days of us together as part of this mid-year reset, or what's one thing you really, really want to accomplish going into the second half of the year. So as we are starting our conversation here, think about those things, right? Because it's important. We want to make sure you're making the most of your time with me and the most of your time online, right? What have you been able to do in the last couple of days? Number one, what are you looking forward to doing over the course of the next 6 months of the year? Number two. As you know, my goal is to help you relax, recharge, tackle those blocks, the resistance within you, internal and external too, work on embracing your inner child, getting clear about where you are versus where you want to be, strategically aligning yourself with the things you are trying to do, and taking the time to do those things while taking action. I chose purposefully to spend the majority of our time together this weekend on the porch. Clients, when we have one-on-one sessions, often say to me, "Where are you?" They can hear the breeze and the birds and all the things, right? So being able to create a space where you can relax, reflect, and rev up your efforts, focusing on your money, manifestation, motivation, momentum, and mindset too. These are a few things that I want you to be able to do as we check in as part of this experience. So if you're not in our Facebook group, I invite you to go there. Look on the screen, firestarters.sistersense.com. Join the Facebook community. If you're a newbie, if you're an OG, check in and let us know what you are motivated to do when it comes to your business growth goals this year, okay? So this is our final session of the 3 days, but it's not the end, right? As you know, those of you who are actively a part of the community, the monthly accountability circle, we are going to continue accountability mid-year reset sessions every week, once a week moving forward. Those of you who are actual members, you have the schedule for that, number one. But of course, number two, I also want to give you the opportunity to be in the group so you can just check in every day, any day you want to be able to ask questions and share your progress. So with that being said, just so you know, day 3, we're working on profit, right? We started on day 1 talking about power moves. On day 2, how to propel your progress forward by working on micro activities over the course of 30-minute time blocks. We did that pretty much for the entirety of yesterday, and then strategically we did some of that today. Our goal was to also work on your money and your profit, and we're going to continue that conversation now, the last of 3 sessions, okay? So before I get into the guide, the master plan guide, and we continue talking about your profit plan, let me just check into the chat. Yvonne says, I am excited and encouraged about better planning to reach my revenue goals for the second half of the year. I love that. I love that because we can have plans and have desires and have all of these things in our minds and on our hearts, but it's so important to be able to really see it, to write it down, and to implement, execute, move forward. So let's go into our master plan document that I've created, and I'm actually going to go at the start of day number 3, okay? So I'm going to, just for a couple of minutes, give you the opportunity to reset. As you can hear my printerman barking in the back. Let me get her correct before we move forward. Always looking for attention, this one. So, first I want to do a quick recap. So if you were not here this morning or even this afternoon, you can see what we were talking about, and you can make note of things that you need to either DIY on your own or possibly schedule time with me, or even go back and watch the replays to see how you can create your money map, okay? So first thing that we talked about this morning was creating a monthly money goal, right? We actually touched on this on day 1 too. This is the foundation of what you need to do moving forward. Very quickly, the whole idea here is to identify how much money you want to make over the course of the year. When you think about this year in its entirety, from January to December, what is your annual revenue goal? Think about that, okay? I gave the example of $60,000. If your goal is to make an extra $60,000, you have a 9-to-5 job and you want to bring in some money on the side, or if your goal is just $60,000 period as a full-time business owner, $100,000, $30,000, giving yourself an annual goal for 12 months. Taking that number in the example I gave of $60,000 and dividing it by 12 so that you can get your MWD. You divide that 12-month large number into 12, and then that's going to tell you how much you need to make every month on average. Did everybody do that? Let me know, yes or no. If you didn't have an opportunity to do that in the last couple of days, you can literally do that now. Identify how much you want to make over the course of 12 months and divide that by the number 12 so you can see how much you need to averagely make every month. But then divide that number by 4 to see how much you need to average every week. Then divide that number by 7 to see how much you need to average every day. So very quickly, the example that I gave earlier today was $60,000. When you divide $60,000 by 12, you need to make $5,000 a month. When you divide $5,000 by 4, you need to make roughly $1,250 a week. And when you divide $1,250 by 7, you need to make $170, $180 on average a day to hit those revenue goals. So that's the foundation of being clear about where your money goals, your monthly money goal, crunching the numbers begins. Now, we're not going to take the time to do all of the things we did earlier. That's what the replays are for. But I did want to give you an opportunity to kind of reset with me if you weren't here earlier, right? We also talked about the fact that those of you who are presently selling, at some point you should go back and look at how much money you've bought into your business January, February, March, April, and May, so that you can take that number, subtract it from your annual goal to see for the next 7 months between June and December how much money you need to make to realistically hit your annual goal based on how much money you've made in the first 5 months of the year. So we want to look at your desired annual goal. We want to subtract any sales that you've made in the last 5 months to see if you're on track to hitting your goal, and if you need to make adjustments to your numbers to get on track, okay? So let me ask you, before I move forward, does everyone here have an annual revenue goal? If you don't have one, now's the time to think about one. And if you have one, hopefully at some point, whether you did it earlier this weekend or now, you sit down and you use these equations I've given you to break that annual goal down into a monthly, weekly, and daily number so you have clarity around what you need to do to move forward. Okay? That was activity number 1. Definitely feel free to check in with me. You can do some of this right now. Make note of it to do some of this later, and then check in with me if any light bulbs are coming up for you. Number 2, we talked about the fundamental funds. There was a lot that we talked about there, but I do want to get you into a space where you can work on specific products and generating revenue. So we're not going to dig into fundamental funds right now. We did also talk about making a sale and some strategically things that you can do to make a sale. I will give you a few examples, those of you who are proactively selling right now and you're looking for solutions. So one of the things that we talked about was creating an easy, irresistible offer. And we're going to do that today. Some of you did it earlier. So this is time for you to continue working on what you were doing then. And some of you didn't have that opportunity to do that with me. So we will definitely work on EIO, easy, irresistible offers, number 1. Number 2, one of my favorite things to do is to talk about Monday morning money, right? Being able to strategically sell something the first of the week. And so with that being said, one of the things that you could consider doing is looking at this list and identifying possibly an offer that either you have or you could put together today to share this coming week. Could be a TTO, which is a sample. Being able to give people a taste, a free sample of a bigger offer you're trying to sell, number 1. Maybe you want to do a flash sale and take something that you usually sell at one rate and give people a reduced rate going into the new week, number 2. One of the things that we actually worked on this weekend too was BBOs. Maybe you want to make a bundled offer and take some of the things that you already have and repurpose it into a bundle. Miss D, one of the things that we checked in around was creating a comeback coupon. Not just attracting new customers, but your profit plan should be about repeat business too. So identifying a group of people or specific individuals that you create a comeback coupon for and share it with them to foster repeat business. We also talked about creating GBB, good, better, best offers, where you give people at least 2 to 3 price points and varying packages at each of those price points so they have options to choose from. Last but not least, JFY, a just for you. So again, if you do have previous customers, literally name and think of specific individuals, and you can tailor a product for them, especially your premium clients. Tailor something for them, reach out to them. That's, again, the Monday morning money, and challenge yourself to reconnect to those previous customers. All of these things, again, we talked about in detail. Literally, I just got off the afternoon trainings from 9 a.m. We had one session till about noon, and then we had another session from noon until about, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 o'clock. Okay. So this quick recap that I'm giving you now, trust and believe. Baby, we went through it today, okay? Now, I'm giving you a recap because one of the first things I want you to be able to do is to sit down and have a power pause right now. We're going to do it in just a second so that you can work on getting into some of these thoughts and mapping out some of these plans, either continuing from what we were doing earlier or taking some time to do it now. So maybe you want to work on assessing your annual goals and breaking down the monthly, weekly, daily, as I discussed, number 1. Maybe you want to think about making a sale either today or this coming week and coming up with some sort of promotion Number 2, we talked about cushions. I'm not going to go into that recap right now. We also talked about creating a profit product, weekend profit project. I'm going to share that recap with you now, and then I'm going to give you the opportunity to pause. During that pause, you're going to be able to do one of two things. Either work on one of these or work on something that you had already started previously within the community for the last 3 days. Because again, we started this on Friday, today's Sunday. Now, as I'm sharing this with you, this is a recap, but I'm hoping that some of the things that I'm saying so far are sparking ideas for you if working on your profit plan and your money map is something you wanted to do. I want to be able to give you a couple of things. Opportunities to reflect on what you're missing, and of course, more than anything else, especially those of you who are live, an opportunity for you to ask me questions. So if any questions are coming up for you now, please drop them into the chat, number 1. And if you are seeing the list I'm giving you, is something coming up for you that you go, oh, okay, when LaShonda pauses 10, 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to work on that. You can also let me know that in the chat as well. Okay? So let's keep on keeping on. Weekend profit projects. Everyone here has the opportunity to create a product today. Even if you don't have a product, you can create one, right? So I gave you several digital product offers that you can produce within a few hours with the right mindset. One of them was the RTE. To think about that, a real-time experience, right? Right now I'm doing a training with you guys. This is a real-time experience, live virtual webinar. You could do one of those. You could do a summit with a group of other speakers, guest speakers. You could do a weekend workshop. I'm doing this over the course of 3 days, but you could do a workshop where you're just doing 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Literally, you can think about a day, a time, a topic, and map that out. Say, hey, meet me here, use these Zoom details, and charge X amount of dollars for it. Whether it be on the low end, $25 to $45, $27 to $47, $97 on the low end. Everyone here can turn their expertise and or leverage their immediate circle to either individually host a real-time event or have guest experts, presenters participate in that experience, monetize it, and share it with their audience. Unlike you creating a course or something that's requiring a lot more steps, you can all prepare a training and either use what I'm using, Start Meeting, or use Zoom, and then have it be scheduled, have people pay for it, and then actually host it sometime in the near future. Number 1. Number 2, an RTL, something that is ready to launch. Some of you have things and they're pretty much done, but they're not available. And I actually mentioned this morning. I said, listen, don't come at me and tell me it's done and it's not done. Because if you tell me it's done, my immediate response to you is going to be, okay, let me see it. Let me go to the page. And then folks, when I tell them, let me go to the page, they go, ooh, okay, wait, let me tell you this. And I start to giggle because I know exactly what they're going to say, right? They go, oh, wait, when I say it's done, I mean that I know exactly what it is and I got all the parts and everything taken care of and I did this. It's like 90% done, LaShonda, but it's not available yet. If it's not 100% done and I can go to the page and somebody else can go to the page, it's not done. That's done level 1. Level 2 is having a page where people could go to actually see it and pay for it. Because some of you either don't have the page or you have the page, but the buttons don't work. That happens. I'm a web designer, so people go, oh, yeah, you could look at the page. I got to, log you in to look at the page. But the buttons don't work yet. If buttons don't work, it's not done yet. When you are ready for revenue, you can take people to the page. They could see the page, and you could generate profit. That is when it's completed. It ain't complete until you get those three things clear. You need 3 P's: the product, the page, and the people to make a profit, right? So some of you have things that are ready to launch. They just haven't been launched yet, right? And so being able to put it on a page that people can purchase from, we're going to do that today. Creating a bundle where you can repurpose things that you have, where if it's a bundle of digital products, you can repurpose things that you have. If it is a virtual experience, you can bundle things that you're going to do in the future. So I remember my first bundle where I said, oh my goodness, I want to make 4 figures. And I bundled a 6-week training. So I said, we're going to meet every week for 6 weeks, and it's $100, right? And I got 10 ladies to sign up, 10 ladies at $100 each. That was $1,000. I bundled it in as far as having the experience be every week for several weeks, and every person who signed up got 2 calls with me. An intro call at the start of the 6-week program and an outro call. That's a whole lot for $100, okay? But that's who I am. You could bundle a virtual experience. In that case, I bundled them paying for both one-on-one with me and group trainings, right? You could bundle your services. I do that all the time. I bundle giving people 5 or 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours where I'll do stuff for them. I'll bundle calls. You can get 10, 30-minute calls. You can get 5, 60-minute calls, right? There are lots of different things that you can bundle, either repurposing things that you have, services that you can offer, or virtual experiences that you'll deliver in the future. Creating a call me package, that's something else you can do. I mentioned earlier that I use Acuity. You can use Acuity too. Otherwise, you can use any other booking or scheduling platform that you choose. Or creating an easy audio offer. There are lots of digital products that you can create. Classes, courses, ebooks. Now, I personally can knock out an ebook in a couple of hours or a couple of days. I call that the Easy Ebook Challenge, or a QuickBook that I can, QuickBooks for me, not the accounting platform, but a QuickBook for me, something that I can knock out like a small guide, 20 to 30 pages in a couple of hours, 3 hours up to 3 days, right? Audios for me are the easiest. So my project that I often talk about and teach clients is called Turning Your Answers into Assets, where you think about the kind of answers that people are asking. You're an expert. You create one or a series of audios to answer that question, and then once you record it and upload it, you can offer it to your audience as a one-off audio training or an audio-based course. Not every course has to be video. It could be an audio-based course that they listen to. Literally, if you want to, because it's 6:33 here, Eastern Standard Time, but for my night owls out there, or if you're in another time zone completely, you could literally do it today or within the next couple of days, okay? Like literally everybody here could probably knock out a 30 to 60-minute audio today and then sell it today or tomorrow. Now, some people, my perfectionists out there, go, oh, no, girl, I can't do that because I got to record the audio and then I got to pay somebody to edit the audio and then I got, or because I've had clients do this, no, I have to go to a recording studio so that I can get it professionally recorded. And girl, please. Listen, I'm not knocking the extra steps, but in my experience, as somebody who's made a lot of money teaching people and doing it the low budget way, if you are teaching someone valuable information, so long as you do it in a clear, quiet space, you can use the technology that is accessible to you, your smartphone, your headset, your favorite microphone, if you so choose, and make it happen. So there are lots of offers you could potentially put together. I want you to think about, can you put together one of these? Okay? Now, with that being said, I've gone through a quick recap of some of the things that we talked about today, earlier today, I should say. We even talked about putting together the paid newsletter project. I'm not going to touch on this one right now because that's a whole lot, but I did give you some fundamentals, some food for thought. So can we do 2 things? Number 1, can you let me know especially those of you who perhaps did not go through the trainings thus far and you're just coming on in here, can you let me know either, number one, something that I shared right here that sparks something in you that you go, LaShonda, I would love to sit down and work on that, whether it be for 30 minutes to up to 3 hours. We're going to do some of that today, but then creating a space where you can create time to do that in the near future, that's what I want you to do. So the couple of pages that I just went through with you, can you identify and drop into the chat for me something that you say, that thing or those things definitely resonate with me. I want them to be on my priority to-do list, okay? Let me know what that is, number one. Number two, if you have any questions about anything that I just, right? I'm a New Yorker. You know how I talk. If you have any questions about anything that I just recapped in this moment or that we've covered in the last few days, because you all have the replies, replies. Those of you who have the replays, it's possible that you've been watching a couple of those. Do you have questions? If you do, now is the time to ask. So I want you to take a few minutes to identify what, if I've said so far, that is going to be something you work on for the next couple of minutes when we power pause. That's coming up next, number one. And or number two, I want you to take this opportunity to ask me questions about your profit plan, your money map, things that you see here that I've discussed thus far. I like to repeat myself because I talk fast, and I really want to make sure that you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So I'm going to take this opportunity now to check the chat. And take, hey, Barbara, I see you in the building. Okay. So let's talk. Let's check the chat. Greetings. Philly is in the building. Hey, Adonia. Definitely already in prep mode for Black Friday. Yes. One of the things I wanted us to be able to do is to prepare you for the second half of the year, Black Friday being a big part of that. I missed it the last few years. I am creating a series of journals and notebooks resulting from your brilliant training, that I will sell. I am hoping that mothers, parents, teenagers, and girls may find them attractive and buy them for their young ladies. I love it. One of my clients, Lucina, she has something called her Divas Journal, and she has an acronym for Divas. We didn't work on that particular project together. However, her Divas Journal for women, this year she's releasing a Divos Journal for men, and I've been helping her with that project. I say that to say, one of the things that she actually does every week is she hosts trainings for the ladies in her community, and a part of those trainings is working within her journals. Now, if you just have a regular notebook and it's blank or it's a lined notebook or journal, I mean, you can certainly share it that way just to kind of say, hey, make sure you got your journal because it's branded for your community that way, number one. Or number two, if it is a guided journal and you have prompts in there, you can do webinars and or classes and then say, hey, by the way, make sure that you have your journal so that you can work with it while we work together, either giving them the opportunity to get the physical version or even the digital version that they can print out the pages that you're working on, right? And then last but not least, you can host events. So, for example, Afi was saying that she wanted to host her first event. And one thing that you could do is take one of your branded creations and use the foundation of the information in that, because many of you have done trainings with me where you created your own guided journals, workbooks, notebooks, planners. You can do a virtual or an in-person class, and within your registration, you put into the price the cost of your book, the cost of your journal. And when people come out, they get their virtual swag or their physical swag. Your book is in there, and you teach them from that. Some of y'all don't have to figure out what to teach. It's already in the products that you've produced. So, love that. Number two, digital offer, Miss LaVon. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, I see y'all coming on in. So think about number one and let me know, those of you who are here, what you are going to work on because we're about to do a power pause. Okay? I'm going to go and get the timer. First, I'm going to start off with 5 to 10 minutes and then check in with you guys to see where you are in the process. Okay? This is basically an opportunity for you to get quiet, to get still, tongue-tied, and just think about, write out your thoughts based on the things that I'm sharing with you. And as things are coming up, make sure you put them in the chat for me. All right, so our first power pause has begun. We're going to do this one for 5-10 minutes just for you to brainstorm. Please do ask questions in the chat. I'm quiet, but I am here. From here, once we're done with this power pause, we're going to continue with the second half of today's trainings and go into other RGA revenue activities, revenue generating activities that I want to focus on with you today. Alrighty. So we just took roughly 10 minutes to think about some of these projects that you want to work on and or should be working on, whether it be strategically while we're together now or scheduling some time in the near future, especially within the next couple of weeks before this month is over, to prepare for the things you want to accomplish at the second half of the year. You also have the opportunity to check in with me, especially those of you listening on the replay side. Everybody, you can email me, sistersense@gmail.com, or when you go to sistersense.com, you can click the gray tab on the right of the website to send me a voice message that's up to 90 seconds. So even if we don't get on the phone, and we can get on the phone, that is another option, you have an opportunity to check in and engage with me around the things that you are trying to do, okay? Which brings me to the second half of our sessions for today, RGA, revenue generating activities. I always say that nothing changes if nothing changes. And we can talk until we're blue in the face. If we're just AT active talkers and we're not AT action takers, nothing changes if nothing changes. So just like we did a power pause 10 minutes a while ago, yesterday we strategically did several power pauses to be able to give yourself increments of 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes to work on all these things that you've been meaning to do, but sometimes you don't get to. So when I talk about revenue generating activities, these are you proactively doing things that help you generate revenue in your business. And this right here is a good recap, but also rev up, because it's pulling from some of the things we talked about yesterday, but creating a space now for us to continue working on them today. The first thing that you see on this list is the commit challenge. And if you do not have the commit guide, I want you to go over to sistersense.com/commit. So let me actually go over there real quick. If I go to sistersense.com/commit. You can download this absolutely free. It's $7, but you can get the free download, okay? Now, here's the thing. Say got it when you get it, number one. Number two, I set this up yesterday in less than 30 minutes. I already had the tracker. I already built it. I showed you guys literally me putting the PDFs, uploading them, and making this product page. Who wants to make a product page or a new one? Because some of you, maybe you've never made one, but it's time for you to make one. We are going to do that today. Again, because we did it yesterday, but I always like to do these things multiple times because it takes that time sometimes for it to be clear, okay? So if you don't have this here, number one, you can get it. I will show you how to set something up like this in ConvertKit in another power pause. We're going to get to that in a second. First, download this one. Let me know if you got it, number one. Number two, let's look at it in the inside of it. There are 3 versions of this. You get this version that gives you this tracker. I want you to, while you're here with me or listening to me via the replay, identify something that you're going to focus on for 30 days. Now, some folks make excuses and they go, oh, well, we're not at the first of the month. It's not a Monday. It's not a Sunday. I'll wait until later. No. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Start now. Create something that you're going to do for 30 days. Put in the start date and the end date, and then what you get to do is use this tracker to check off what you do. Now, you can print it out, number one, but number two, you can also use it digitally. If you upload this PDF to the GoodNotes app, you can literally put stickers or use little checks or color in the boxes, so you don't have to print it out if you don't want to. The bigger version, if you want to upgrade to that, you can. Literally, if you watch the replays, the last session yesterday, I showed you how I set this up in 30 minutes. There's no reason why any of you can't create a product within 1 to 3 days and offer that to your audience, number one. So If you haven't already done so, let me know if you downloaded this. Say got it if you choose to get it today. Number two, even if you don't use my tracker and you find some way to track your 30-day, one thing you'll do in 30 days, can you let me know what you've identified as your focus project? I mentioned to you all that right now my focus project is sharing at least 1 to 3 reels, which are short videos, on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. At least one a day for 30 days. That's my challenge for myself, and then I've created it as a larger challenge for the community for people who want to do it with me. And when you sign up to it, it starts on day 1. So you go day 1 to 30 days from the day you start that challenge, right? Identify one thing that you're going to commit to. You want to generate revenue, you have to work on your routines. So we're going to work on RGA revenue generating activities at the start of the hour. You got 4 minutes to both download your commit tracker, number 1. Let me know if you have any questions, number 2. And number 3, identify at least one thing that you're going to commit yourself to moving forward. Because a lot of times people talk a lot and they say a lot, but they don't, as they say, if you're going to talk about it, you got to be about it. A lot of folks are not about it. They don't proactively do the things that they say they're going to. So we want to focus on what you're going to do, making the plan, and then taking action. So as you guys are doing those things, I am going to check in via the chat to see what you are saying to me, and then we'll continue with today's activities. I love it. Talking about my products each day. I started this morning. I love that. I love that. Barbara says, my plan is to select a day, time, and topic to hold an intensive and put an invite out. I'm thinking of using one of my books, which also includes a workbook and an audio recording as a package that would be worked on during that day. That's great. So I didn't hear whether or not you're going to use that as a free experience or a paid offer, because you could do both, right? One or the other, number 1. Number 2, also, you can think about when it comes to however, if you're going to charge for it, when you decide how much you're going to charge for it, you have 2 options. Either you can charge at a rate and give them the full book and the full workbook and all the things, or you can give them a rate and give them a piece of the full book or the workbook, just giving them the things that you will do together in that training, but your price will dictate that. So, for example, my Momentum workbook, my Momentum planner, the Commit Challenge, there are several documents and they have lots of pages. I'm giving you this, which has one tracker, it's 5 pages, and you get it for free. You could upgrade to the full bundle and get more, right? So that's something you can consider whenever you're doing a training. And this is dependent upon also how much control you have over your offers. All of my stuff I create, I got my docs, I got my editable stuff, Canva, Microsoft Word, or whatever. Some of my clients have to go to the person who did it for them and ask them to make adjustments. So if the stuff that you have you can't adjust, then you're just going to package it and price it in a way where you could give them everything at a price that makes sense. If you are able to pull out sample size pieces and give them, like, worksheets or printable pages that are a taste of what they can get in the bigger offer, that gives you an opportunity to sell the bigger offer during your training. Hopefully that makes sense. Paid offer, gotcha. I have that. Thanks for reminding me. I use it now. 30 days social media posts. I have a small challenge where Canva isn't recognizing the Facebook page I want to use. Once I figure it out, I will be ready to go. The goal is to create engagement so I can eventually give away some free digital products. Awesome. So getting clear about that thing, that's Adonia, by the way. She's checking in the chat about that thing that you want to do. I want you to be able to do that, okay? So let's do a quick overview of some of the RGA revenue generating activities that we've talked about so far. Keep those comments coming. As you think about these things, feel free to share them in the chat with me. And I'm going to keep checking into the chat with you, okay? The digital product launch, I mentioned to you before, you can do a call me offer, audio offer, real-time experience, ready to launch offer. Do you want to do something like that? I'm going to show you how to set it up in just a second. Number one, Morning Monday Money. What does that mean? That means that you are ready to do a flash sale, send out an email newsletter, or a check-in message, email either individual people. If you don't have a list, we all know people. You can email people and say, hey, I've just put this thing together. I was thinking of you. Maybe this might be of interest to you, or you know somebody who it might be of interest to. You even if you don't have an email list, you can make a short list of people you want to reach out to. Even if you don't have an email list, most of us have some form of social media, at the very least maybe Facebook, and you can go and say, oh my goodness, I can't believe it, I just launched my new ... or I'm about to host an upcoming ... Business besties, friends, family, anybody interested or want to take a look and let me know your thoughts, here's the link. Even if you don't have an email list, unless you live under a rock, there's some way for you to leverage your existing community, okay? So thinking about something that you could strategically share on Monday morning, right, and or creating a digital product that you can launch based on what we're about to do today. I also talked about strategically putting together a free or a paid newsletter, and that's something that we did yesterday as well as today. You could do what I call the Give Them 3 activity, and I'll talk about that a little bit more today as well, where you identify some things that you would like to strategically give to your subscribers, whether they are free or paid subscribers, and set that up. We'll talk about that again today, a little bit later. We're going to do digital products now, okay? Also, you could take some time to work on your reels, your video content. I did give you all video templates, so when you go to the replays page, not only can you watch the replays, but you'll see the commit challenge, the reels challenge, you have the newsletter template, and you also have the, well, come to me. You have the digital bundle template. So you've got a few templates and resources. This PDF that you see here is also available on the replays page, along with the videos for all 3 days. So there's a lot of good stuff over there, okay? We also talked about how you can write your way to reach, taking 30 minutes, an hour, to strategically either write original content on your own or get AI assistance to write your content. Depending upon time, I might do another ChatGPT prompt with you guys today. If you're interested in that, let me know, okay? If you want me to do some AI ChatGPT prompts, just drop that into the chat, okay? But then I started, this is not a mistake, I didn't duplicate it by accident, the commit challenge. Of all the things that you see here, and this is just a short list of what we talked about yesterday, to me, the commit challenge, of all the things, being able to identify at least one thing that you consistently do that's going to help you work on your revenue generating activities, that's going to help you proactively sell, that's what I need you to do. That's what I need you to do. So let's do this. I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes how I would set up a product for sale, okay? One of the things that I gave you all was the digital product launch template, right? I gave you a bundle. Let's take a look at that bundle, okay? So remember, you go, LaShonda, where's the bundle? You have the bundle because if you go to the replays page, those of you who signed up to this series, you got the live and you got the replays. If you didn't sign up to it and you're here because you got a guest pass for today, you could go to the full page and get the replays, right? Either way, this is the mini template bundle. So whatever emails you got from me that said, here, click this email so you can watch the replays and download all the stuff you get, go there. This bundle PDF is there, right? This bundle PDF is very simple. Number one, you can pick a cover. Number two, you can write a welcome. Then number three, you can use this to add links. Now, let me do a quick pause. Somebody says they can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Before I move forward, I want to make sure everybody can hear me.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, so D, you may need to log back in or call in if you lost audio. Everyone else can hear me. Thanks. Okay. Okay, thanks, Steve. Okay. So you have this template, okay? Now, here's the deal about this template. This is the mini version. It's 14 pages, and it is included with the replays, okay? If you, let me show you the bigger version of this. There are two bigger versions of this. Let's take a look at that real quick. There is this version, this one. Okay, so that one was 14 pages. This one here is 48 pages. More covers, more options, like this one has a table of contents. This, I put my foot in the thing because it's got a lot of beautiful 3D mock-ups of how you can drag and drop your photos in here, especially those who want to show like different images of the books and things that they've produced. Lots of different 3D mock-ups in here. So this is like that one, which is 14 pages. This one has way more pages in it, okay? And again, what are these documents for? This is a deliverable. What does that mean? If you want to do a virtual event, you can give people your Zoom information in here. You can give them the link to join your Facebook group. You can give them the link to download a workbook. You can give them a link to watch the replays. If you made audios, you can give them the link to listen to the audios or watch your videos. This is basically a guide that you change the text, you change your colors, you drop in your images, you give people a getting started guide. They purchase your digital product, they get a PDF, and then they can click the links and access whatever you give them in the PDF. Whether you choose to upload your videos to whatever platform you choose, or your audios, your Google content, Google Drive, or your Dropbox, then you put them inside this PDF, okay? This is version number 1. Then there is another version. Let me show you that real quick. Version number 2. Okay, so what's the difference? This does not have the 3D mock-ups, okay? This has more page variations. Some of the pages have 3 buttons, some of the pages have 5 buttons, and some of the pages have 7 buttons. The headers look different. Some of the headers are flat like this one. Some of the headers have text. Some of the headers are for recommended resources or meet the author pages where you can put in your bio and your social media links. So the pages that you get in one version of this, both are 48 pages. The pages that you get in each version are different, okay? Even the format is different. Like this one, let's say you don't want to have a photo at the top. Instead, you could just change the background color, change the text, and do text headers versus image headers. So there are a lot of options to choose from. Now, I think because I went through the other one relatively quickly, I didn't show you some of the other pages that it includes. Some of the ones that are actually absolutely are my favorites. Let me scroll down and see if it's, yes, okay. So this one also includes special pages. If you want to do a virtual summit and have speakers and then create like a speaker document, There you go. You can showcase some of your speakers, drag and drop the photos of the speakers in here. You can create speaker pages where you have a photo of each speaker. Then maybe you want to give the link for them to listen to the speaker, their website, download maybe something that the speaker has available for free, their email address. You could keep these icons. You can change them. You could delete the ones that you don't want, right? Let's say you're like myself and you create a lot of ebooks, resources. You can give them a page like this where you change the book covers, and they can literally click and download all the books you give them in a bundle. So there are a lot of special pages in here. Let's say you have a podcast or you create a private podcast. You sit down and you record your episodes, upload your episodes to Dropbox. You can give them a PDF document with your audios, your resources, your books, your social media. There are a lot of different pages in here. Why am I showing you this? Last year, I created something called the Elevate Bundle. And I put this stuff in my Elevate Bundle. And I did a Black Friday promotion. And those bundles ranged between $500 and $1,000. Okay? This is my content creation kit. And there are 3 versions of it. The smallest version is you getting the 14-pager. The second version is you getting the 48-pager. The third version is you getting all of them, okay? There are 3 levels. It only was accessible exclusively in that big Elevate bundle that I was promoting from the end of last year to the beginning of the year, and then that was it, okay? Some of you have things that either you never sold or they're a part of bigger things, and you could sell them as its own individual offer. So yesterday, literally, when I made this, it's because I had already made it a part of a bigger bundle. I just took that one piece of the bundle and turned it into its own separate offer. So what I'm going to show you now, either you can use the bundled template I give you, even if you don't have the bigger ones, the 14-page one is sufficient. You could either use that and customize it to create an offer, or you can repurpose things that you already have and put it into that bundle PDF. Does that make sense? Let me know, yes or no. You can either resell something you previously created or use the bundle, even the smallest level, to create something new. Now, what I'm going to do is create a package to sell those kits. They were not available individually. They were only available in the Elevate bundle. I'm going to sell them now as an individual offer and show you how I would put this together. Just to be clear, I'm going to set this up on ConvertKit. And if you don't have ConvertKit, you can try it out through me by going to sistersense.com/ConvertKit. Convert, CONVERT, kit, KIT. Okay? That's number 1. I wanted to give you a thorough visual because you do actually have, those of you who have access to the replays, the smallest version of this content creation bundle. Then there are the 2 other ones. Okay. With that being said, I just said to you, could sit down for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, a couple of hours, and build your own bundle using this PDF. How would you do that? Let's make it happen. So I do have the bigger versions, but I don't have a PDF for the smaller version. So I'm going to go back into Canva. And I'm going to go home. Content creation kit. Okay. So here is the VIP kit. Basically, it's the exact look of the template. So what I make for y'all, I use for myself. I'm just going to hit make a copy so I don't use the actual template. This is my everything offer. build a bundle template. Okay. Everything offer, change this, build a bundle template. Now, if you want to change the colors, you can. You don't have to. And then you could drag and drop your photos in here to change out the photos. I didn't. I'm just using it as is. Okay. And then change the copyright information. Some of this I already have written in here, right? Change that to 2024. Okay. Now here, this content creation kit has different things in it. Okay. So some of this stuff I don't need to change because guess what? When you brand this template to make it your own, you change the colors, you change the links. You only have to just go back, then duplicate your version of the template to use it again. This template already has links to my Moneymakers product and my subscription program to join my Sister Sense Circle. It's got my social media links in here. How do you do that? Well, if you click the circles, you could change the colors. If you click any of the icons and then click the 3 dots, you could then go to the link option. You can edit the link and then put your links in there. So everything you click, you go to the 3 dots, you look for the word that says link, you edit your link, and you put your links in here. Okay? Everything is editable. So most of this stuff I'm not going to change. What I am going to change is this page because this is for the middle template. I want to put in here the build a bundle template. Okay, number 1. And then I can leave the rest of the stuff the same. Recommended workbook template or ow. Recommended brand you template. Brand you template. And bonus solutions newsletter. So some of these things I'm just going to change the links, and then I'm going to show you how I would set up the page. Okay, so I'll do that, and then you can do 2 things. Number 1, you can watch me do it, and then number 2, you can do it for yourself. Okay, so let's do it. So I have to change 2 links. First, I have to change this link for the bundle, the mini bundle. So let me go and grab that link real quick. Oh, let me make sure I save this document. Let's go to the mini bundle and grab the template link. So the mini bundle, again, is the smallest bundle, and it's 14 pages. None of these are available as individual offers. You can either get it as part of a training or as part of the bigger bundle. I want to sell them as standalone offers now. And in me doing so, I want to show you that some of you have stuff that you already, it's RTL, it's ready to launch. You just haven't done this part, which is to put it on a sales page. Put it in a PDF, I should say. Put it in a PDF and then put it on a sales page. So, I forgot to change the name of this. So I'm going to put this as the Build a Bundle template. This is the Content Creation Getting Started Kit. So I'm going to change this to from Content Creation Starter Kit to the Build a Bundle template. Even the text here where it says, thank you so much, da 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 da. Once you set it up, literally when I teach you my FAST method, this is it. Formulas, automation, systems, templates. Once you have a template, you just duplicate it, switch out the colors, switch out the text, save it as a PDF, and move on. So let me change the links in here. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so I just took a minute to update some of these links. If you looked at the templates I showed you, the pages all look slightly different. Some pages you have room for 3 buttons. Some pages you have room for 7 buttons. And like a page like this, there are 5 buttons. It doesn't mean you need to give them 5 things on that page. They're really getting one main thing when they pay for this template. They're getting the template, which is the Build a Bundle 14-page template. That's what they're paying for. They're also going to get a video which shows them how to use my templates. That's number 2. I can do whatever else I want to do with these squares. I could either delete them if I don't want them, or I could add other things. So in my case, I'm like, hey, if you want more templates, get the brand new bundle. If you want training, here's a bonus. You could give people bonuses. They bought your stuff. Be nice. Give them a bonus. So I'm giving them one bonus on how to repurpose their content, because if they bought this template, they should know how to take some of their older content and repurpose it into a document like this. So complimentary trainings, complimentary products, and then I also gave them a copy of my newsletter. So if they're not currently an email newsletter subscriber, they can read a copy of the newsletter and sign up if they would like to. Again, you can be creative and put anything into your PDF that you want. Normally, when you edit your links, they become underlined. I do not like the underline, so I tend to take it off. I'm just going to click on the text here and just remove the underline real quick. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm not using the original template that I gave you because I already customized it. So some of these pages from the customizations are already done. I already have direct links in here to my Moneymakers Toolkit and my Sister Sense Circle. I already have this page. Well, what's this page, LaShonda? Who here offers some sort of service? Coaching call, done-for-you service, membership program. Anyone? Who offers stuff? I do. Okay, good. I, in a lot of my documents, create extra pages for people to look at. Number one, I like to put a little extra oomph into the product pages. But number 2, I always say, when you have people's attention, if you want to make profit, you need to strategically mention other valuable things that you have. The easiest person to sell to is somebody who already bought from you. Literally, I don't advertise 99% of the time, but I do create systems, and some of my clients, what we do is we work on improving their systems. I create systems where when you see something I've created, when you buy it, you probably will see something else you can buy on some level. So if somebody comes in here and they go, oh, I want that toolkit, click. Oh, she has a monthly membership program, click. If you don't tell them and show them, how are they going to know? A lot of people hope and pray for people to go to their website and navigate it with a fine-tuned comb. Not everybody's going to click every single page on your website. Find different times in the sales process to strategically sell them something else. Not everybody has to give you $5,000, $10,000 today. They can if you're strategic and you give them a $50 offer here, a $100 offer here, a $300 offer here. They will become your $5,000 and $10,000 clients over time if you are strategic. Does that make sense? So number 1, I have this page here. They can follow me on social media and or sign up to my subscription-based offers. Moneymakers is a monthly subscription program. The Sister Sense Circle is a monthly subscription program. There's 2 levels. Moneymakers, $7 a month. The Sister Sense Circle, $47 to $97 a month. So there is a low price point subscription program, and there is a higher price point subscription program. Some of you who want subscription money, who wants people who pay them on a monthly basis? Say me. Because if you then want that, one of the things you can do to get that is as people buy your OTO, one-time offers, you have the opportunity to introduce them to your SSO, simple subscription offers. And if you can work towards getting a number of people into your subscription programs with an S, because I have multiple, right? You start with one, and if you can diversify your subscription programs, you can work towards a sustainable amount of money on a monthly basis. There are different ways to market your subscription programs. One way is to take a piece of the content, create an individual offer, and if people like that, we call those the TTO. If they like your TTO taste tester offer, introduce them to the fact that now they tried a little, they could buy more and invest into your subscription-based program. Some of you want to sell your subscription offer. Pull something out from who has something right now that you could pull out from your subscription-based offer and sell it as an OTO one-time offer. Using this bundle, introduce them to now how they can join your subscription program. Who can do that today? Say me. You got to say, I know a couple of y'all have subscription programs that you're trying to promote right now. Can you do it that way? Have you done it that way? Let me know. Who's going to take something out of an existing subscription program, turn it into a one-time offer, and then link to their subscription programs in the bundle? Now remember, if you don't have all of these templates, you can sign up to it today because I'm going to create the product page today. If you didn't get the Elevate bundle in December and January, you can certainly get it today once I make this an individual product, right? You do have, those of you who have access to the replays, you do have the smallest version, which is the 14-pager on the replays page. If you want to get all the replays and you don't already have access to it, you can get those as well. If you don't have the link to the replays, ask me. I can tell you where to go get the replays, okay? Now, the last page in this document is a page that I put in a lot of documents. Look at what it says. Do you need clarity coaching? Click here. Do you need a landing page? Click here. Do you need web design services? Click here. Do you need a Canva service? Click here. Guess what? If I'm not paying for ads, how am I getting people to pay me? This is a question I get all the time. Girl, I don't understand. I don't see you on social media like that. You do YouTube ads? No. You pay for Facebook Boost? No. So how do you get people? This. Back in the day when I did web design a lot more, I would strategically create low price point offers. So people who want a full-blown website, they tend to also want a smaller product. Like maybe they want a promotional graphic, maybe they want help with their social media. So outside of them spending $500, $1,500, $5,000 with me, they may want smaller things to start with. Some of you want to sell a big thing. Can you identify a small thing? So in this case, if somebody buys a small thing from me, they want templates that they can use to work on creating digital products or promotional products. Maybe they need help with a landing page. Maybe they need help building a website. So they can directly go from here to there. Maybe they want to schedule a call with me. They can directly go from this document to those products right inside this document. Or if somebody goes, you know what, I'm trying to build this business and I don't know who to talk to. Girl, you need to talk to Ojana. Let me give you her information here in the document. While you have their attention, strategically mention the next thing. Who needs to do that? Who's not doing that enough? Ask questions if you have them. I'm going to check the chat. But literally, this is the smallest version of the PDF. I don't need to do the other two levels because I already have those documents. One level has the first one, the smallest one, then the middle one, then the other one. There are 3 documents, basically. I'm just creating the smallest one now. So everything in here that I want to give them is in here. So I'm going to save this as a PDF. And then I'm going to check the chat. So if you do have questions or comments, pop those into the chat. I'm going to save this as a PDF document and go to download. Okay, give it a second to download. Then I'm going to save it. Right now, I'm actually on my iPad. You'd be surprised how much work I do on my iPad. I really don't use my laptop that much. But I'm going to download this to my iPad and then set up the sales page, give you an opportunity to work on this yourself, and then we're going to go into another project. Everybody good so far? Let me know. Any questions, or are you good? If you're good, say good. I'm going to check the chat to see what questions y'all have for me, and then move forward. I see a lot of me's in the chat. Good, good, good. Okay, no questions? Okay. Okay, so long as y'all are flowing. You good, I'm good. Okay, so let me save this to my iPad, number 1. Then what I also am going to do is upload it to my Google Drive. So I'm going to go to my files here and hit done. And this is the new file I just created, the content creation build a bundle kit. I'm going to upload this to my Google's Drive. In Google Drive, I have a folder called Downloads. So I'm just going to put this in that folder. So now it's in my Google Drive and it's on my iPad. Next step of the progress of the project. Let's do the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to download this cover page because it's going to be the page that I use to sell the product. So let me hit download, and I just want the cover page as a PNG graphic. PNG, download. Hey, Inger. Welcome. Some of you guys are quiet. I see you, but I don't hear you. I-N-G-E-R, Inger. Hopefully I pronounce it correctly. Folks butcher LaShonda all the time. They be adding R's and stuff. LaShondra. Like, that's not my name. Apologies if I butcher your name. Okay, so I could use anything as a cover graphic for my sales page. Usually I will use the front cover image, right? You got it, girl. Okay. No. So the next thing I'm going to do is work on a mock-up. So either I can use the cover page or I can create a mock-up. Remember one of the documents I showed you? I put a ton of mock-ups in there. Okay, I'm the mock-up queen. So I made this one yesterday for my commit challenge. I always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? So how do I do these things? I just duplicate my other stuff and then do a new one. So I'm going to hit make a copy of this. I literally made this yesterday from mock-ups I did previously, okay? So we're going to change this to the build a bundle template. Mock-up. Let me put mock-up at the ending so I know it's the mock-up graphic or graphic banner. Okay. So even though it says commit challenge stuff in here, I'm going to switch this out to make it for the build a bundle template. So let's do it. Organizing your content definitely helps. I'm going to go to projects. I have lots of folders in here. I have a folder for my book pages. I'm going to upload pages from the book in here. So that cover that I just downloaded, and then other pages that show you what the template looks like on the inside, I'm going to upload those as well. Now, obviously, this is blue, and the other one was purple, so I'm going to change the color scheme to this one so that it matches the actual graphic. So if you want to sell a worksheet, or you want to sell, I don't know, an ebook or something, you could use your photo, but if you can create mock-ups, that helps. You may notice that that is a new trend with people who sell even books on Amazon. A lot of them used to just show you inside the book. Now they're making mock-ups to show you the cover of the book, the cover of the planner. It really gives people a more visual experience of what they are purchasing, okay? So now that I have these things, let me do this. I'm going to put that right here, like that. And then I'm just going to drag some of these pages and put them in here. Maybe put this one here. Print them in. Print, print. Print, print. Let's print them in. Thank you, ma'am. Nobody listening to you. I don't like that one on the other side. Let me switch it out for something else. Maybe this one. So usually that's what I do. I download some of the pages, and then I just kind of play with placement until I see something that I like. Okay? So this is the Everything Offer Build a Bundle template. This is the Build a Bundle template. Like I said, once you get your hands on these templates and you customize them to fit your brand, you just switch it out. That's what I do. I'm just going to slightly adjust how this looks, and then also adjust the color scheme. I don't have to adjust the color scheme, but I am weirdly a matchy-matchy kind of a person. So I will change out the colors and the brand. So I'm going to make the back of this that blue color. I don't know what that blue is, but what I can do is pull from the colors in the images. Bam. Right? I do like to have some sort of image in the background. So I'm going to go to Photos, and I'm going to look for, let's see, Desk Overlay. Desk. This is not giving me what I want for some reason. Desk Flat Lay. Okay, this is what I want. Desk Flat Lay. Beautiful images of just laptops and tops of desks and things. So I'm going to drag and drop this into the back. Okay. Doesn't look like much now, but I'm going to do something like this. Then I'm going to go to transparency and make it a little, so you can kind of see it, but it's not overtaking what's in the front. You kind of see the keyboard and the succulent in the back, but it's not taking over the front. And it gives the graphic a little bit of texture. So option number one. Oops. I don't know why that happens. Option number one. Download, build a bundle, mini template. Download. Content creation template 1.0. And then this one is download templates 1.0 and 2.0. And then just to let people know, the mini templates is a 14-page sample of the 48-page content creation template. Just a little bit of information there for their FYI. So, a little bit of information there, and then I'm going to download this graphic. Download, yes. All right, so now I'm going to take the next 15 minutes to show you how I would set this up in ConvertKit. Because I got my graphics, I got my PDF, and now I'm going to make the page. Some of you have seen me do this before. If you have, great, good refresher. If not, let's make it do what it do. Okay, so I have ConvertKit, which usually mainly is used for email marketing. You can send out emails to your list via ConvertKit. You can also sell products, build landing pages, and offer subscriptions. Just a few of the things that you can do. Products, subscriptions, newsletters, all the things. So I'm going to go over to my ConvertKit account, and I'm going to sell this by making it a product. Now, let me show you something. You see this product? I said go to sizzlesense.com/commit to buy this. If you go here, when you click on Get It Now, you'll see Add to Order. These are called upsells. So someone could put in the 12-pager. Now instead of getting the free order, they're going to pay $7 because automatically they added something to their cart. Or if they want the whole bundle, they could put that in and then pay $27. So one way you could get people to buy more, include those recommended offers into your Getting Started guide. Another way you can get people to buy more, when they are in the mode of purchasing, include extra offers they can add onto the cart. Very similar to when you buy stuff on Amazon and they go, oh, well, people who bought this also bought this and this. So a lot of times you will buy things on Amazon in bundles and not even realize it. You're just used to doing it. It's like when you go to McDonald's and you say, let me get a burger. Oh, okay, what else would you like? They are trained to say that because even if you only wanted a burger, your brain is going to go, fries or apple pie, right? You're going to add stuff on. As they add more to the cart, you increase your AOV, average order value, which means somebody could come in this cart and either get something for free or practically free, $5, $7, or whatever. And if I put in enough upsells, a lot of times people walk away spending $50, $100, $200 because of the extra stuff that I add onto the sales page. You understand? Say yes. Okay. It's 7:45. I got 15 minutes to show you how I would set this up. The reason why I'm talking about the upsells is because if you do want to add upsells to your offer, you have to create the upsell first. So let me go into ConvertKit, go to Product New. If you have ConvertKit but you're just getting started, you have to set up your Stripe. Stripe is a platform we use to process payments. So you have to go in your settings and set up Stripe. You obviously have to create your ConvertKit account, and you have to verify your email address. These are things that you have to do as a new ConvertKit user. In the interest of time, I'm not doing any of that stuff, but I'm just letting you know you do have to do these things if you open a new account. Once you've opened your account, you can then start to create products. You can create products when you initially sign up, but your products will not be active until you confirm verify your email, and you set up Stripe so you can actually process payments. And as the payments come in, they are sent to your bank account, whether it be personal or business. I prefer you create a business one when you can, but I ain't knocking it because for several years I used my personal checking before I actually got a business account. Side note. So first thing here, what's the biggest bundle? My content creation kit. Okay, so my VIP, so my content creation VIP kit is the biggest bundle. Okay, so that bundle I'm going to say is $47, number one. And then I'm going to upload that product. You choose what kind of product it is. Is it going to be a paid newsletter? Is it going to be a service, coaching? They have 3 types of products you can choose from. Default is digital, number one. Number two, I already made the PDFs, so I'm just going to upload my PDF. So that is my content creation. I have the starter bundle, but I don't have the VIP bundle. Let me go grab that real quick. Okay, this is the VIP content creation kit. Let me go to download. So this is the biggest bundle. I'm going to do GBB. Good version, better version, best version. Best version is download everything. Okay, this is the biggest bundle I got for this product anyway. You don't have to do this. You can only sell, you could either just sell one thing or 2 things. I'm going to have 3 upsells here. So this is the VIP bundle. And then I'm going to go hit next. Once it uploads, it's uploaded, hit next. Here is where you can select your domain name. You can even set up a domain name with your brand name for a ConvertKit. And then it says VIP kit, that's fine. Now, I could customize this, but I'm not, because no one's going to see this page, and I'll tell you why. They're only going to see the smallest offer at $7, and then they could add these other offers into the cart. If I was going to sell this as an individual offer, I would customize this page. But because I'm not, and in the interest of time, I'm just going to basically save this and then create the next product. Understand? Yes, you can customize this if you want to send people to this page. I'm only going to send them to the page with the smallest product. And when they put that in the cart, they can then attach these to the cart as well. Okay? So let me create the second product. So this is going to be my content creation starter kit. I'm going to sell this for $27. And then hit next, upload the file. Okay, here's the starter kit. Hit next. I got 10 minutes, y'all. Can I do this in 10 minutes? I feel like I can't breathe. I'm like, I only have 10 minutes. I'm just kidding. I can take a little longer. Create product. Same thing. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to hit save and then create the next product. Publish. Publish. All right. I do it like 1 or 2 times because sometimes it doesn't take, so I hit publish like OCD or ADD or something like 3-4 times. But anyway, let's create the last one. Product new. Okay, this is going to be the build a bundle template. Next, this one is going to be $7. This is the one that you guys got, the 14-pager. And let's hit next, and let's upload that one. That PDF is the one that I literally just created with you guys. This page, I'm going to take the remaining 8 minutes and customize. Okay, so I'm going to hit next and create the product, number 1. Now I'm going to customize. So right now I'm on general settings, so I'm going to change the background color. You could use any color you want. When you create your account, you can actually save the brand colors you use all the time. So you can see here, my colors are already saved. I'm just going to automatically change my background to purple. Number 1, I'm going to click the gray space in here, and I'm going to replace this with that mock-up image that I just created. Number 2. See that? Now, number 3 here is where I can say, here, get your Builder Bundle template. Let's pretend that I'm writing stuff in here, right? Okay. Or upgrade. I know that's fake Latin, whatever. I'm just putting here upgrade and save. Add on the 48-page, easy to edit content creation template that includes the pages from the Build a Bundle template. So I can add more information here. Now, there's a plus button. If I click plus, I could add images, I could add buttons, I could add a countdown timer, videos, I can add bullets. If I wanted to create like some sort of a bullet, you get the content creation bundle includes, and I could say template 1, template 2, training, lead magnet, starter kit, bam, bam, boom. So let's just pretend I wrote some stuff here, okay? Because I did. Then I could change this from get it now to download template today. Number 1, the border radius, I can change it from 30 to 15. I tend to like it to be round, but not that round. Then I don't like that color, so I'm going to change it to like a hue of blue. Kind of like a sky blue, but not super, super sky blue. And I'm going to hit save. So listen, it is 7:54. I got 6 more minutes. So, but first let me just publish this as is. So here's my link. Let me copy it, show you what it looks like. This is what it is. So now if I just want to sell this product as is, there you go. Because it's made me blue, I might change the back to a blue variation, or I can leave it as my purple branding. Number 1, if they hit buy now, they can buy this template for $7. I want to add on the upsells. So let's do this. We're going to go to settings, and we're going to go to upsells. First one is the starter set. That's going to be the content creation starter kit. Now, it's $27. I want to give them a discount, so I'm going to discount that product by $7. Because technically, this includes the smaller one. So if they're going to buy the smaller one at $7 and they also want this, I'm going to reduce the cost of this by $7. Okay, number 1. Number 2, you can add as many upsells as you want. So I'm also going to add on the bigger kit, which is the VIP kit. Let's see if I can find that real quick. I hate that it's not in order, so I kind of have to scroll until I find what I'm looking for. And my eyes have not seen it yet. I know it's in here. Okay, there it goes. Content Creation VIP Kit. This one is $47. Again, I'm going to take off $7. And then hit save. Okay, so here I'm going to explain that they can either buy just the one template or buy version 2 or version 3. But I'm not going to write that text in because I'm trying to knock this out in 3 minutes. Save, publish, publish. Okay, so now if they go, oh, let me buy this thing. Now they see upsells. Okay, now I didn't add pictures, so that's why those are empty. I need to go back and add pictures. But let's say they want the middle bundle. It's 7, but if they add the middle bundle, now it becomes 27. Then I'll explain, if you want everything, add the biggest bundle. If they add that, now it's 47. So literally, I can either give them the option to, on this one sales page, get the $7 offer, $27 offer, or $47 offer. Obviously, there are a few minor adjustments I need to make to this page, but I was able to get it done, 7:58, 2 hours to spare. I can even share another thing that you can do. Number one, if you go to settings, you can also go to discounts. Let's say if I wanted to give people a discount, I could come here and either give them a dollar discount or a percentage discount. Let's say, okay, I want to give people the opportunity to get this template at 50% off. Then I can create the coupon, number one. Let's hit save and publish. When I publish, I'm going to turn on coupons, get my, this is $50. That's wrong. Let's go back to settings. I don't want to do a $50 coupon. I want to do a 50% coupon. I'm giving people $50 off of a $7 product. That's not going to work. So hit publish. Now let me take off 50%. It's going to give me a new link now that includes the discount. Let me grab that, put that in here. Now it's $3.50 automatically. If you want to give them a discount and automatically have it taken off, you use the discounts. Last but not least, I'm going to hit refresh because it zoomed in on me. Let's say you want to share information with them, or maybe you want to give them a discount to another product. Here's another way to sell. I said, number one, you could sell by offering upsells. Number two, you could sell by including certain things inside of your Getting Started guide. Number three, you could also, in the confirmation page, you can edit this text and say, hey, thank you so much for your recent purchase. Click here to get a 10% coupon off of XYZ. You can put it on the page for the receipt, and also the receipt they get in the email and the confirmation that they see immediately on the next screen after purchase. Bim, bam, boom. Now you have strategically promoted another offer that you highly recommend. It's 8 o'clock. I did it in 15 minutes. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Are you good? Any parts of that sales process that you have questions on? Some of you have probably seen me do this a couple of times. If you have comments or questions, let me know. Next thing I'm going to do is actually grab this link, and then I'm going to make a short link. So let's go to... So now I'm going to quickly, on my website, use a template tool, a link tool that I use. It's called Pretty Links. And if I now take you to sistersense.com/BABT, take you here. BABT stands for Build a Bundle Template. So once I create the sales page, the last thing that I do is create a short link. You don't have to create a short link, but I do that because it makes it easier for me to remember and then tell people where to go. So if I want to say, hey, if you like the template that I used and you want something to create a starter guide, so when people purchase your digital product or your virtual event or whatever, you can give them a PDF, you can customize it. Hey, go here. You can get the smallest version of the template for $7. the second level up for $27, or get the biggest versions, all the versions, for $47. And that's it. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions about that, number one. If you do, I'll check in with you. Now, I'm going to just check the chat real quick. Okay. As I'm checking the chat, I have a question for you. Okay. There are two things that we can do. Number one, if you want a mini session. So thus far, we've been doing full-blown 30-minute sessions. Okay. If you want a 10 to 15 minutes, you saw it took me about 15 minutes to do this. If you want a 15-minute micro session to work on either brainstorming this project or setting something up, let me know, number one. Otherwise, I can show you another micro project and I can do another informational training and skip the 15-minute power pause. So, do you want a 15-minute power pause to work on this, or do you want me to show you how to work on something else? The eyes have it. Whichever one you want me to do, check in the chat and I'll do that. Okay, so quick projects, another quick project. Okay, all right, so you know how to do this one. When you're ready, you can come back to this project. Let me show you something else that you can do. Okay, so there are many things that we've been talking about this weekend, right? One of the things that we talked about was Monday morning money. Once you create a product, right, now you have the opportunity to make an offer. I can then map out what I'm going to strategically share tomorrow or at some point this week. I like to either drop sales on Monday or Thursday. Thursday, the weekend, people get paid on Friday. Thursday to Sunday is a good kind of like 3-4 day sales sequence, right? So the next project that I can share with you is you brainstorming, and I'm just going to walk you through several things that I do. Brainstorming a Monday morning money promotion. Step one, identifying a short list of individuals who you say, oh my goodness, I know we've been talking this weekend. Afi, I know you said you want to host an event. Do you want to host an event with speakers? Here's a good template for that, right? Okay, Donia, I know you want to work on your course. Did you record it yet? Do you need a PDF? Here's a template for that. Even if you don't have an email list, you may be able to create a short list of individuals that you can reach out to, number one. Even if you don't have an email list, I can go, oh, y'all, look at Lou, look at Lou, look at Lou. I feel like Martin used to say stuff like that. Look at here, look at here, look at here, right? I could go on Facebook. I can go on TikTok. I could post a YouTube post. Here is my latest creation. Those of you who want to sell your digital products and you want to create a PDF and make it really easy for people to see your stuff, click here. So there's a process to this process. Being able to QC, quickly create quality content, number one. And a lot of people, while they have the vision, it's very hard for them to either actualize it or then put it online and make it available for purchase. I'm trying to make these things easier for you. Once you've done that, you're going to either reach out to your specific individual people or your existing social media circle, then level up your email list, because you have different levels. The 3 lowest levels you have are the people who you can directly access via text message, via phone call, via email. The next level up is whatever social accounts you have, whether it be YouTube or Facebook or Pinterest, and then posting your latest creation there. The next level up is if you do have an email list, even 100 people, you can say, hey, I dropped this on you today. Let me know what you think. Now, when you check in with your audience, there are several things that you can do. Number one, you can just immediately let them know what you launched. Number two, you can give them here is an introductory rate offer. So you saw how I created a discount, right? You can say, oh, for this weekend, because I just launched it, my goal is to give the first 30, 40, 50 people an opportunity to download it. Here, you can get it for $350 instead of $7. Give them a discount, right? Another thing that you can do is give them a sample. So I can say, in addition to this, right, so I did that one, and I said if you go to citizensense.com/BABT, you can get the Build a Bundle template. I did another one yesterday, same concept, but I gave y'all that for free. I said go to citizensense.com/commit. You could download the first level of this thing for free, and if you did want to upgrade, you can by adding the upgraded versions to the cart. But if you want to, you could do the same thing. You could create a small sample size and give people the opportunity to get the smallest version for free. Ask them, by the way, let me know what you think of it. Test it out. Can you share a testimonial with me so that you have people's testimonials? You could give them a sample or a discount. But strategically going from working on a profit project to using your minimum 3 levels of circles, your immediate friends, family, direct contacts, your immediate social media profile accounts that you can post on, and then your immediate email list if you are an existing business owner with an email list. Now, the next level up is if you do something like what we did some short form Reels videos yesterday, right? The Real Easy Reels Challenge. You could use one of my templates, you could use a Canva template, or you could literally just put yourself in front of your phone, hit record, and say, hey, look what I just created today. Would you like the link? Now, there are several ways you can give people the link. Number one, I literally could just explain what I created. I could say, hey, are you interested in it? Go to citizensense.com/BABT to download the Build a Bundle template, number one. Literally, just everybody got his phone with a camera on it. Just sit in front of your phone. I could sit on my porch or in my car. Morning light, natural morning light is like the best natural light you're going to get for the day, just keeping it real. Like, it's not super, super bright. It's not super intense, but natural light is the best light you're going to get, right? I could do that kind of video and verbally give people the link. I could put the link in my social media profiles. I could create a QR code. So literally, let me show you an example. Using the templates that I created, Instagram, I did a video. I shared a quick video using the template that I created, and then I put a QR code in the template. This template is basically text with a video in the background. You could use one of your videos from your phone, or you could use a stock video from Canva. And then I made a QR code. How do you make QR codes? Let's do it. If I were to come here, right, I could literally go to, apps, go to QR code, and put in here H. Actually, let me get the color scheme first. Let me get the color scheme. Let me get this purple real quick. I'm sorry, not purple, blue. Okay. Let me get that. Now, I'm going to put in here, because I want to make a QR code, the URL that they need to go to, http www.sistersense.com/ what is this thing called? BABT, Build a Bundle template. Then I could generate the code. Default QR codes are white in the back and black in the front. You could customize it though. I want mine to be white. I want mine to be blue in the back and white in front. No. Blue in the back? No. I want mine to be white in the back and blue in the front. Same blue as this graphic. And hit generate. Now I made a QR code. So I can verbally give people the link. I could put the link, text form, in a description. I could put the QR code in my graphic. If you scan that, it'll take you to the website, right? Now, this graphic image, I made it the right size for ConvertKit. So let me tell you what size I made, because some of y'all be making graphics for your ConvertKit sales pages, but you don't know how big their graphics should be, right? I know Dee and I were talking about that. Resize. Let's go to custom size. Write this down. Let me tell you how much this is in pixels. This particular graphic is 780 by 1340 pixels. So if you wanted to create something that's kind of this size and you were going to set up a sales page in ConvertKit, these are the dimensions. 780 by 1344. I say 1340. I mean, you can adjust it. It will adjust if you have a lot of text. So sometimes either you guys throw a stock photo on the page, but you got a lot of text and it stretches the photo and it does not look good. Either you need to minimize the amount of text you put in, or you need to make a graphic on the left that is long enough so that it matches the right? I try not to put too much text. I think this is a good 780, 1500, the max for me. Because if it's too big, when you look at it on a mobile, it just don't look right if the graphic is too big. I cap it at about 1500 height-wise, okay? So download that, or rather write that down if you need it. I didn't know you can customize QR codes. How cool is that? Yes, queen. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, let me tell you something even crazier. I made this, like I said, for what? I made this graphic for ConvertKit. Here's what I can do. If you have ConvertKit Pro, you can go to Resize. You can change this to whatever size you want. You want to make some morning money? You could go, all right, let me change this to an Instagram story. Okay? Continue. Resize this graphic for me, please. So you can either resize this design. I don't want to do that because I want to keep this design intact for either this project or if I want to make a copy of it and do something similar, right? But I want to copy it and resize it for Instagram stories. Open that. Now, it looks the same, right? But it's not the same size. This resize, let's go to custom, so I can tell you what this size is. This is 1080 by 1920. This is not the same size. It obviously is the same design, but there are many times where you're going to need the same graphic, but a different size for a different platform. So I could literally now take this graphic and put it in Instagram stories. This is also the same size as an Instagram reel. It's the same size. So guess what I can do? First, I can download this as a promotional graphic and post it as a new story on any platform that gives you the ability to add a story. I can add this graphic. So I'm going to go download, save it as a PDF, number one. Number two, blow your mind, okay? The next thing that you can do is click on the animate option. Okay, it downloaded. Wonderful. You can click on the, let's go, I'm going to select the page, okay, and go to animate. There are lots of different cool ways that you can animate this page. Okay? I like that one. You can pick any one you want, to be honest with you, right? I kind of like this one. It literally is called Fun, right? And it made an animation that is 5 seconds long. The minimum for a simple, quick reel is 7 seconds. So I could take this thing, change it to 7, 10, 8, 9 seconds. I'm going to change it to 7 seconds. Let's hit play. Let's go to share, download, MP4, download. So guess what? Now, not only do I have a graphic, but I have a 7-second animated video that I could upload to TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the spaces. So when we talk about strategically promoting your stuff, first, it has to be done. It can't just be, ooh, girl, it's almost done. No, that's not going to cut it. It needs to be finished. So I've given you either practical products that you can do within a few hours or a few days. I've given you the process of putting together your product in a getting started PDF using the techniques I shared with you. I've then given you the Monday morning strategy, how you can strategically check in with individuals, check in with your social media following, check in with your email list, or check into a larger audience using 7-second videos or using the stories feature on your social media. Taking that same graphic that you used for the sales page, turning it into a story or a 7-second animated social media short form video. Okay, so we went from 7:45 to 7 o'clock creating the sales page, 8 to roughly 8:15 talking about Monday money. Now, we can do one of two things. Do you want me to show you one more quick one, 15 minutes? Or do you want me to give you an opportunity to power pause? I'm pretty sure y'all are going to say another quick one, but it's up to you. Okay? We'll wrap up at roughly 8:30 unless you have specific questions for me. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to see at least 3 micro projects that are going to help you when it comes to revenue generating activities. One more GAN. I love it. One more GAN. All right. So let's do it. Now, side note, let me say this. I won't do real easy reels, but literally I just kind of did because I showed you how you could turn a graphic into an animated 7-second reel in Canva if you didn't already know how to do that, number one. Number 2, you can also either invest in my 30-day Real Easy Reels challenge, or if you have access to the replays from this weekend, I gave you 3 templates that you can rinse and repeat. My goal was you could use the same templates I'm using now for my little videos. I gave you 3 of them, and you could use them to create a week's worth of content, right? Some of you used those and made 30 days worth of content, right? In the challenge, I give you different ones every day, but I gave you at least 3 of those 30 as part of this reset, okay? So if you did want to strategically work on creating even more video content, on the replays page, click the Real Easy Reels template, the 3 of the 30 that's in my 30-day challenge. Also, if you want to do the 30-day challenge, just sign up for that, okay? Less than $30. Every day for 30 days, you get a template a day with prompts and stock photos. So even if you don't have your own videos, I've got some really great stock photos, Melanin Magic, beautiful black women, stock photos of background sceneries, rivers, beaches, cityscapes, driving scapes. So even if you don't have that video content, I've literally taken the hours of work it takes to find some really quality stock photos that you can use from directly inside of Canva, okay? So that is one thing that you can do, taking some time, if not today, within the next week, to create at least 7 to 30 days worth of short videos that you can upload to social media anytime you want. Those of you in the mastermind we have every month a mastermind session, a Monday mastermind session, and it's always the second Monday of the month, right? So that's tomorrow. We're going to do a Monday month digital marketing session, and if I'm not mistaken, I have to double check the calendar, but I'm pretty sure it's a real challenge. So we together have opportunities to work on your short form video content, and you, using the resources and the techniques I've shared with you today, can do that on your own as well. Now keep in mind, I am a web and graphics designer, so if you do want me to just basically set some of these things up for you, my clients will say, LaShonda, can you make some presentations for me based on my branding, or can you set up videos for me? Let me show you this real quick, and then I'm going to do one more micro project. This isn't really a micro project. It's me telling you, based on this list of RGAs, something else you can do, right? If I go to Canva, let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I did it by her name, though. So I'd have to double check. Doriana. Okay, so one of my clients wanted to work on her social media content. She works with moms. She works with pregnant mothers of color. She talks about bereavement and loss as a counselor. And I basically did this for her. And all of these are photos of melanin magic. Beautiful photos. Not photos, forgive me. These are all videos of women. Sometimes you want the stuff, but you may not have the time to do it. So if you wanted a set of photos, like women who are with their kids, women who are in some phase of pregnancy, these are just, some of the videos that I found for her. So if you need somebody to set up your videos, whether it's me using your content or finding videos that reflect your brand, that reflect your target audience, that's something that I can do for you too. Just check in, okay? So with that being said, let's do the final quick check-in session for today. And this one y'all really, really love, so I'm going to do it again. And so yesterday I talked about how, let's go back to the graphic, or rather the guide, right? I talked about one of the things that you can do is strategically work on your newsletter content and work on writing your way to revenue. Writing valuable articles that you can share with your email list, or that you can share in a social media post, or writing something that you can put in a blog post. So content for emails, blogs, social media, etc. Okay? So if you want to create more content, you can sit down and write it, but some of you either don't like to write or you don't have the time to. So let's talk about how you can utilize ChatGPT to work for you. I'm going to give you a couple of writing prompt examples, okay? And as I do this, if any questions or final comments come up for you, because we're about to wrap up in about, 15, 20 minutes, definitely feel free to check in with me. So let's go over to ChatGPT. Okay. So I won't necessarily go into the prompt that I did yesterday, but I'll share a few more prompts with you today, okay? So let's say, for example, I wanted to write a description for my social media post. I could say, here's the following. You made a product, okay? You want to promote it on social media. My product is the the Build a Bundle template. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay. I am a content creator. I made an easy-to-edit Canva template for entrepreneurs. It is called the Build a Bundle template. Entrepreneurs I ain't even spelling right. Entrepreneurs can use my template to create a getting started guide that they offer to clients who purchase their digital products. Within this deliverable, getting started guide that their customers receive upon purchasing their digital product, it will, or let me put getting started PDF guide. It will include links to all the content within their purchase. They can use this guide to quickly create a PDF that links to any videos, audios, downloads, printables, or recommended resources included with the digital product purchase. I would like to create several forms of copy. First, give me a short form sales copy description that I can use for my sales page and include recommendations on why this is a useful product and why they should buy. Second, I would like to promote this product using short videos on social media. Help me write a social media post that I can use with a short video. Now, you can use ChatGPT for many things. First example I'm giving you is how you can use it to help you write your sales copy or help you write the content, the written content for your social media posts. And all I'm doing is priming the prompt. I'm basically just giving the ChatGPT a short description of what exactly my product is and asking it to write better, write better than I could possibly write for myself, okay? So it's done, literally in 1-2 minutes it's done, right? So first it says, unlock the power of seamless delivery with the Build a Bundle template, introducing the ultimate solutions for entrepreneurs looking to streamline their digital product offerings. Our Build a Bundle template is a customizable Canva template designed to help you create a comprehensive getting started guide for clients. Why you need this template: effortless customization, professional presentation, time-saving solution, boost customer satisfaction. Don't miss out on this chance to elevate your digital product delivery. Buy the Build a Bundle template today and impress your clients with a seamless, professional guide. I think they did a great job. I always say they because I feel like ChatGPT is not just one person, but my little AI team. But I think I couldn't have written that better. Now, I could leave it as is or I could zhuzh it. Some of you want help with your copy, and you go, Shonda, can you write it for me? And I'm like, no, I can't. There are professional copywriters out there, but with the help of AI, you prime the prompt well enough, it can help you write your sales copy. Those of you who are here, how many of you are using AI, using ChatGPT specifically to write your sales copy? How many of you will then start using AI based on what we did today? Curious. Drop that into the chat, okay? So first example was using the prompt to, again, help me write sales copy. Next one is social media video posts. Hey, entrepreneurs, ready to wow your clients? Introducing the Build a Bundle template. This easy-to-edit Canva template helps you customize your brand in minutes, include direct links to videos, audios, downloads, more, deliver a polished, organized guide. Why you need this? Save time, enhance your clients, boost your value, all the things, right? Now, I could create a video, right? And I could say in that video, steal my business strategy, right? How do I sell digital products online? What do I use? My Power PDF template. I've been calling it a Power PDF template for years. And then I can explain, using what they just wrote, what my Power PDF template means, what it does, and if they want to quickly share their digital products, get it, right? Power PDF, or as I say here, the Build a Bundle template, okay? So if you did want to create copy for your social media posts, you could use this. I'm going to give you one more prompt, okay? So first we did a prompt for sales copy, number one. We did a prompt for social media posts, number two. We're going to do one more prompt, okay? And if you have any prompt requests or questions about anything we've covered today, now's the time to ask, because I'm going to wrap up in a little bit, okay? This is me wrapping up. Me and AI are friends. I definitely tweak it for my voice, but it definitely gives me a great foundation. And that's the key. I don't believe in using it to 100% write everything for you, but using it as a foundation that you can build on. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to say, how can you strategically market and promote the things that you've created? I always say give people an opportunity to try a little before they buy more. One way I've done that is giving some of you an opportunity to hang out with us today on day 3 so you can see what it's like doing a weekend workshop or a training with me, right? You want to give people TTO offers that they can download or experience. You want to give them virtual opportunities to kind of check out and hang out with me, right? Now, you can write articles. One of the things that we did yesterday and today is focus on how you can create a digital product. And I showed you how literally you can create a digital product in one day, okay? We did different examples. So I'm going to prime the prompt. I'm going to say, I want to write an article that helps entrepreneurs create digital products in one day. In this article, I want to share 3 practical ways to create a digital product in one day. The 3 options are to first consider creating a RTE, real-time virtual event, like a webinar, workshop, or summit, and selling registration to that event. The second is to repurpose content you already have and create a bundled offer. The third option is to pull out content you have from a bigger digital product and create a smaller sample size product that can be its own stand-alone offer or used to promote / upsell the bigger offer. Help me write an article that details these recommendations. Give me a list of titles for this article. In this article, explain the benefits of each option, how someone can do this in 1 day, period. I also want to mention that these strategies are a few things that I taught inside my mid-year Reset 3-day virtual workshop. In the conclusion, recommend the reader download the replays to this training, which is available on demand at www.sistersense.com/MYR24 if they would like to discover other ways to quickly create digital products, get more done in their online business, and strategically create a profit and progress plan for the second half of the year, period. Now, it's going to do its thing, and here are several things that I can do. Number one, I've given you all the opportunity to experience this training. Some of you bought the training as a standalone offer. Some of you are here because you got a pass to check in and access day number 3. Some of you are here because you are members of my monthly program. One way or another, you got here, okay? Once you create something and it's done, what can you do with it? One thing you can do is to market the replays, right? So number one, I can create an informational-based training off of one piece of thing that I shared with you guys this weekend. I could make this an email. I can make it a blog post. I can make it a social media post. I can use this to teach people and just share a valuable piece of content. But the content can be something that strategically attracts customers. It can be, hey, in case you missed a lot of people will just do like, oh, in case you missed my training, go here, purchase the training. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you wanting to buy something. They care about their bottom dollar. They care about what's going to help them in their life. You don't position the offer to promote that. You promote the solutions. This is a solution article. This article is for somebody who is like, I want to sell. I want to create a digital product. I could create a product in 1 day. Teach me. They read the article. If they just read it and get information that's valuable, great. If they read it and they sign up to my newsletter, great. If they read it and then they go and buy the replays, there you go. It's not just simply about saying, hey, I made this thing, go buy it. You can do that, but you got to do more. Creating informative articles that you could send out to your email list, to your newsletter, on your blog. Right now, I'm writing on medium.com, another great way to gain exposure, monetize, and build your email list. I could easily share this. You want to create ways that you market strategically your stuff, even when you're not marketing. So when I'm not around online, I don't have to be on TikTok or Instagram every day. If somebody finds my profile and they go watch my other stuff, and within those other things, I'm educating, and then I'm strategically telling them where to go to get more information about those things, my content is turning into cash flow. Do you understand? Yes, you can strategically just say, hey, I made this thing, go buy it. But you should also learn how to create more helpful how-to articles. A lot of people, they do that, but what they miss is they teach people how to do stuff, but they don't also tell them where to go to get more stuff. I call that the sell and tell method. The telling is educating people on what they can do. The selling them is telling them where to go to learn how to do the thing. You tell the what, you sell the how. So in this article, I'm saying here are a couple of things that you can do. I'm telling you what to do. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, or if you want to learn even more than that, go here. So then I wake up and see, oh, somebody bought this, somebody signed up for that, and I didn't have to pay nobody not near $1 for ads. Now, I have a humble organic list. My community, even though I've been doing this for a long time, it's not huge. It's real. So because it's real, I'm able to consistently generate revenue, but I do not pay for ads. These are just organic ways to do the thing. Now, I'm sure you've seen other people do AI and ChatGPT trainings, and some things that they teach are interesting, but I don't find them to be practical enough. Because some of the things they tell you to do, while you could do them, how does it help your bottom line? How does it help you get better at marketing your stuff or get better at creating better content for your tribe? These are 3 prompts to do that. Now, like I said, if you have any questions or comments about any of this, drop that into the chat. Let me read what the ChatGPT has shared with me. Articles. Create a digital product in one day. 3 practical strategies for entrepreneurs. Fast-track your digital product creation. 3 one-day strategies. Speedy digital product creation. How to launch in just one day. So it's given me some article titles. I like the first one. Number 2, create a digital product in one day. Creating a digital product doesn't have to be time-consuming. In fact, with the right approach, you can develop your product in just one day. Number 1, host a real-time event. Immediate engagement, monetization, content repurposing. How to do it in one day. Choose a topic, set up the event, promote, prepare the content. Bam. Repurpose existing content. Build a bundle. Benefits, maximize your existing assets, increase value, diverse your audience appeal. How to do it? Audit your content, select and organize, create the bundle, set it up for sales. Bam. Like, I literally could write this, but I don't have to. I don't have to. Create a sample size product. Benefits, introduce layers to your products, quick to produce, low entry barrier. That's one of the benefits of creating a low price point product. One of the things I said to you guys earlier this morning is if you create like a $7 solution, low price point, high value, low risk. It's a low entry barrier. Smaller products are typically priced lower, making them an easy entry point for new customers. They like that. I like that. How do you do it? Identify one core piece of content, refine, polish, package, set up for sale. I did that twice this weekend. I literally just looked at my content, took the commit challenge, made a new offer. Looked at my content, took the build a bundle template, and made a new offer. Some of you have content, and if you really looked at it, like for example, I shared with you my client, Dr. Kira. She was working on a publishing book with a group, and she invested money in them helping her publish a book. And that thing took, I'm not lying, it took close to 2 years to get it done. When she started working with me, I was like, well, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. You do what you're doing with them because you paid for it already, right? But she shared, Prin, hey, little girl, come here. She shared the manuscript with me, and then when I looked at the manuscript, in one chapter, there was a section where she taught something that she calls the depart method. And so I said, okay, this chapter alone, it's an offer. So I took that chapter, and I sneaky screechy, because I could be sneaky sometimes, right? I sneaky screechy created a guide for her. I said, look, you take this part of the book, and that's an ebook. Let's call that the depart method. Then I said, look, now that you got this ebook, let's make a class where you teach the depart method. Now, it took a few months, the next year, whatever they needed to do for her to get that book published. Again, I don't step on other people's toes. As a consultant, as a coach, you can have other people that you work with. It ain't my business. It ain't my problem, okay? But I said, while that's happening, we could produce other things. Creating a low entry point product from things you already are building or that you already built just makes sense. So I have holistic coaching because I do a lot of different things, right? And for Dr. Kara, let's go to her website real quick. Dr. Kara's website is, I'm going to tell you in a second because it's not coming to me. It's not drkara.com. Drive. You know it's time for me to go to sleep. 9 o'clock is my bedtime, so I'm fading fast. Let me look for depart method. Okay, so here's the depart method. Here's the guide that I created for her using a piece of her book, okay? And her company brand is called, her company's brand is the name of the website. Naris Communications. All right. So I built her website. Naris Communications. Okay. So when she came to me, she signed up for basically my setup for sales package. I built her website. I helped her put together her course page. We also even worked on her magazine. She got Les Brown in the second issue. Okay, and so I helped her put her magazine together, her course together, her ebook, her class, her website. We worked together holistically over the course of a year and a half, roughly. If you feel like, right, if you feel like you need extra support, whether it be my 12-month program or my 90-day program, check in, number one. Number two, if you feel like you needed to create a product yesterday and you still can't figure out a way to do that, literally, you can take something that is a part of something that's bigger you're working on and make a smaller, low entry point offer. Or you can produce a small offer based on one of the things that I'm teaching you here. Last but not least, if you have created something, you sold it, you've launched it, and you're like, now what the hell do I do with it? You can repurpose it in a bundle, or you can strategically create a series of articles pulling from what you give in that offer and using those articles to both drive traffic and attention to you and strategically market what it is that you've put together. So literally, I don't have to write a lot. I can write a little Mod Podge, maybe 5-10 minutes, little prime description, and have AI organize my thoughts and put something together that's going to help me strategically market. So let's look at the conclusion. These 3 strategies are just a few effective methods I shared during my mid-year reset retreat. By implementing these approaches, you can quickly create valuable digital products, streamline your workflow, and boost your revenue. For more in-depth guidance, download the replays of the mid-year reset. Discover how to quickly create digital products, and remember, with the right strategies, you can achieve a lot in a short amount of time. I do not know why they keep putting Shanae Wilkins at the bottom of my messages. Do they think I'm Shanae? Now, it's funny because we laughed about this yesterday, but when I said Shanae, I'm thinking Martin. So maybe this IT person is old school and they watched Martin, and so they said if the person doesn't put their name in, we're going to call them Shanae and give them a laugh. Now, it would be funny if it says Shanae. It says Shanae, okay? Because I didn't give ChatGPT a name, but for some reason, every time I tell it to write me an article, they put the name Shanae Williams. at the Wilkins at my article. So I think ChatGPT is racially profiling me right now. Who do I need to talk to? Okay. But there you go. I have given you 3 quick revenue generating activities, 15 minutes roughly each, based on some of the things that I shared with you yesterday. Now, when you think about what we did so far or what I did today, can you let me know if you're going to do any of these activities, whether it be you carve out some time this week or this month? Let me know, number 1. Number 2, those of you who are a part of the monthly program, we are, number 1, going to have a mastermind on Monday, because we have our Monday mastermind once a month. And then we're going to continue working on the mid-year reset for the next 4 weeks, every week, once a week. We also are working on paid newsletters as part of a 9-week program. So do you have to do all of these things? Good God, no. But those of you who are in the membership program, you do have the calendar, number 1. You do have access to the replays, number 2, and you can check in live during those sessions that just make the most sense for you, okay? I think I always tell people, don't be overwhelmed by what I do. Think of it as a university. You go to a university, you do not take every class. You focus on the ones that make sense to you based on your interests, okay? Same thing here. So last thing that I'll say is, here you go. Outside of what we did today, number 1, outside of what we're going to do real time in the community throughout this month, number 2, you can also review some of these other resources that I've put together for you. You can take a screenshot here and or download this PDF document in the mid-year reset replays page. But these are a few things if you go, oh, I want to work on commit. Digital Dollars is a sales challenge, so for 30 days we can work on your sales. The Freebie Funnels Challenge is 12 weeks. I show you how to put together a freebie funnel. Paid newsletters, we're doing that now. That's 9 weeks. TikTok and Reels is a whole other challenge. Selling on social. These are challenges and resources that I've put together, either free or practically free. And depending upon one thing you're trying to accomplish, you can take a look at some of these resources and or check in with me if you have any questions. So like I said, this is a part of your downloads. You can download it from there. Otherwise, you can take a quick screenshot and check in with me if you have any questions. So I'm going to wrap up because 9 o'clock is my bedtime, and I'm on the other side of 40, so that needs to happen. Let's go back to our presentation page. As I am looking for the presentation page, please can you do a couple of things for me? Number 1, can you let me know what you thought of this training? If you could post it in our Facebook group, that would be great too, number 1. Those of you listening via replays, can you let me know what you got from the training? You can always email me, scissorsense@gmail.com, or send me a voice message. I always tell you guys, if you don't ask, you don't receive. So if you want other people to give you feedback and testimonials, baby, you got to ask. So I've lovingly spent 3 days with you guys and a lot of time going forward this coming week, this coming month. I would love to know both what you plan to do now based on what we talked about and or what you gained from what we did here. So any of those comments, feel free to share now as we're wrapping up, or on the replay side via email or voice message, even in our Facebook group over at firestarters.sistersense.com. And while you are checking in with me, I am going to wrap up our session. So let's go to the wrap-up page. Next steps, hopefully you can take what we've done together, continue to work on brain dumping your ideas. Definitely watch the replays. I've broken them up to, I think, 3 sessions every day for the last 3 days. So you can work on specific activities in the sections that make sense to you. You don't have to watch one long behind video. You can just jump around. Watch the replays, do the projects, intentionally take the fact that we are 42% into this year as an opportunity to take the next couple of weeks to get clear about what you're going to do for the second half. So we're not quite at 6 months yet, but we're getting there. So use this time to strategically prepare. And like I said, I wanted to go beyond just doing one workshop. So those of you who are in the Sister Sense Circle, we're going to be doing the Mid-Year Reset Accountability Circle for 4 weeks so I can make sure you're staying on task every week. So keep on keeping on with that, number one. And, of course, if you need me, email me. Join me on various social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Sister Sense, at Sister Sense. And, of course, if you do want to work with me privately, I do have opportunities to do that. Right now, you can sign up to my Insider Circle 90-day program, and/or if you would like help putting together your graphics or your website, I do have those services available too. Outside of that, you know somebody who needs these kind of things, feel free to share them with me, okay, or vice versa. Feel free to share me with them. So, last call. Any questions, comments, responses? I'll give you guys an opportunity to check in. I'm still on the porch. Now, here's where I went wrong. Being on the porch in the morning is nice. Being on the porch in the afternoon when there's a breeze is nice. Being on the porch when the katydids, the frogs, and the mosquitoes come out and it's pitch black, which is the case right now because I did not turn on the porch light, this is where I go wrong because mosquitoes are eating me like I am Sunday dinner. And y'all know I have the BTs. You know I got the shugs. So they are having a field day with me. And as a diabetic, I heal slowly, so it really takes a while for these mosquito bites to go down. I need to get some, whatever it is, insect bite on me in like 2 minutes flat. But that's how much I love you. I'm willing to be Sunday dinner for the mosquitoes right now as I sit on this porch to be able to support y'all because I love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Excellent retreat. You are so very welcome. I really enjoy doing this with you guys. As a spiritual entrepreneur, I always say where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, whether I am in front of a big tribe or a small, intimate tribe, this is always our opportunity as a community to both individually and as a group get clear about our next best steps. So as always, I thank you so much for being here. Go forth, create your amazing, and of course, hopefully I get to see you back here real soon for another dose of direction. Till then, take care.